Hey everybody, my name is Sarissa Rivera, and I want to thank you all for being here today, paying attention to this important information I must share. Now close your eyes and picture yourself in a nice park. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and suddenly you feel a light sprinkle of rainwater falling. You ignore it and just enjoy the light kisses of water against your hot face. As you enjoy yourself, your throat and nose start feeling irritated. Your eyes and skin start burning, and you cannot help yourself to not throw up. Sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? Or the series The Rain from Netflix. But let me tell you that we're not far off for that to be our reality. Allow me to introduce you to Roundup, a common grass killer sold at your local Home Depot and widely used from your gardener to your school janitor and almost all the farms across the US and other countries since 1974. Today, I will share how this grass killer is poisoning from our rainwater to our bloodstream. I will discuss the different recent studies from government pages, including a study done by the World Health Organization. We will be going over the results of the study showing Roundup in the water and the blood, the symptoms of Roundup poisoning, how the chemical glyphosate in Roundup affects your system, and the diseases caused by such. For more than 40 years, farmers, gardeners, and janitors have been using Roundup to kill weeds. The use of Roundup increased since Roundup-ready GMO crops were introduced in the 90s. Roundup's main chemical is glyphosate, the most widely used pesticide. Despite the 20-fold increase in use over the last 2 decades, the government and health organizations have done nothing to study this further, even after the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer deemed glyphosate with other chemicals possibly carcinogenic to humans in March of 2015. For instance, children in Argentina, where Roundup is used in large concentrations, struggle with health problems, with 80% showing glyphosate in their bloodstream, plus many display tumors, deformities, birth defects, and others. The U.S. Geological Survey government website published in 2014 how they found 86% of glyphosate in our rainwater. This was 6 years ago. Imagine what percentage it could be now after the Environmental Protection Agency raised the permitted tolerance levels of glyphosate residue in food and water in 2013. You probably use Roundup in your own yard, so let's go over the symptoms of poisoning just in case you ever come in contact with it. According to the Penn State Medical Center site, the symptoms are abdominal cramps, anxiety, breathing difficulty, coma, blue lips or fingernails, diarrhea, drowsiness, headaches, irritation in the mouth and throat, low blood pressure, weakness, kidney failure, irritated eyes and skin, nausea, vomiting. You could vomit blood, even death. If you think you have encountered glyphosate, call poison control and do not make a person throw up unless they tell you to. If it falls in the eyes or skin, flush with water for 15 minutes. Like our skin, plants absorb everything, so exposure to this is not only environmental but also in everything we eat, especially in processed food and everything that contains oats, corn, or high fructose corn syrup. When glyphosate enters the body, it disrupts the gut biome by attacking the good bacteria, while the pathogenic strains are left unaffected. This eventually damages the gut lining, causing leaky gut. In 2013, an MIT study argued that glyphosate residue in food and water induces diseases by disrupting normal cellular detoxifying functions. According to the study, the negative impact on the body is insidious and manifests slowly over time as inflammation damages cellular systems throughout the body. The damage it manifested in increased risk of gastrointestinal disorders, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, depression, autism, infertility, cancer, even Alzheimer's disease. From all this, we can see the importance of public awareness into what goes in our food. Labeling is a long fight that the US and Canada have been losing, making Americans the most exposed to high levels of glyphosate across the world. Sadly, glyphosate is merely one of the hundreds of environmental toxins we are exposed to on a daily basis. To avoid glyphosate, eat organic food. Certified organic foods are free of toxic herbicides like glyphosate, have lower pesticides residue, and are richer in micronutrients. So next time you go to the grocery store, make sure you make an informed decision by closely inspecting the labels and ingredients at your own discretion and dietary restrictions. Thank you.